Very good morning, students. Hope you all are fine and good. So, today's chapter that we are going to see is employee training method. Okay. So, before this, we have seen about what is human resource management. Then we came about different topics. So, the last lesson we saw about the selection process. Okay. So, for this chapter, that is chapter 12, we are going to see about employee training method. Okay. See, each and every organization needs the service of trained persons for performing the better activities in a systematic way. After having selected the most suitable persons for the various suitable jobs in the organization by way of application of scientific techniques, the next task of management should arrange for the proper training. Some employees already have some previous knowledge regarding the jobs, while others may be entirely new to the jobs, and both types of employees need some different kinds of training to acquaint themselves with the job. So what is this paragraph actually? See, each and every organization, if you just check with the candidate, what happens is once after immediately a candidate gets selected for a job, what they will do. Okay, so there are different categories. I will explain the categories first, then I will re-explain the concept. Okay, so we have different categories. The first category we can categorize this. So where a candidate gets a job, the first job, it might be that he is a fresher to the job, he doesn't got any experience. Okay, that is the first category. Okay, so in that case definitely he needs more training, isn't it? So from the top till the end the training is required for that particular candidate. Okay, the second case we will take. The second case, what happens is, of course, the candidate here, the candidate has an experienced person. Okay, so already he has experience in the relevant work, whatever he has been selected for. And here what happens is, maybe the training is not required much because he knows the process and everything here. But what is like the organization which he worked before was a totally different one. So for that reason, at least for the process change, so what are the techniques that they follow and the process and the methods that they follow, according to that they need training, isn't it? So at least a little training is required in this second case. Okay, the third case will go now. Okay, so at this case what happens is the candidate has an experience, but he doesn't have a relevant experience on the particular work for what he is selected for right now. Okay, so what happens at this case? Yeah, of course, he has got some experience, but this candidate doesn't know what is the work, what he is going to do here. So of course, like an experienced person or even the first or second category, like how we saw, we cannot categorize this candidate because he has already got some experience, but though this is a new job for him, like a fresh start, he must learn everything from this process. Okay, so here in the third stage what happens is, this candidate is already experienced person, so it will be a little better for them, easier for them to give training, because he is already employed in some organization for some other work. He might have some other strategies which is developed, and with that it will be very easy for the organization to train him. Okay, so these are the three categories. So that is what is given in your first paragraph. It means, so when you get selected for a job based on your requirement, so training is must for all the employees. Okay, that is what your first paragraph. See here, what is training? Training is the act of enhancing the new skills of problem solving activity and technical knowledge of an employee. It means what? Why do we need training? Training is actually for, one is for a process level, and the other one that we have is for in order to develop a problem solving technique. Okay, so after getting placed into a job, if you find any problem, you should be able to solve it. Okay, for that problem solving technique only you'll be taught during the training section. Okay, so they will teach you about the technical knowledge and about the problem solving technique and what are the situations that they have faced before this, so what are the tools that they can use, that everything they will teach them during the training method. Okay, see, for doing the jobs themselves, training enables the employees to guide their behavior. Training refers to the training, teaching and learning activities carried on for the primary purpose of helping members of an organization to acquire and to apply the required knowledge, skill and attitudes to perform their jobs effectively and efficiently. Yes students, already I told you about all this, isn't it? I explained with the three cases. Like same way, see, when you are getting trained according based on your knowledge and based on your attribute, based on your technical skill and everything, so based on that the training will be given. Okay, so you can get modified accordingly, where you'll be able to do your work in an effective way, and that is what is more required in a management, isn't it? We already learned, even you would have learned this in your first lesson also, isn't it? So when you're doing any work, when you're doing a business, what you must do it in an effective way, and that should be in a proper way, and it should be effectively also, it should be efficiently utilized also. So these two keys are very very much required in any kind of work. Like same way, why training is given is in order to utilize a candidate's the skills in an effective way and in an efficient way. That is the main reason. Okay, you have the definitions over here. So students, you can learn any of the definitions which is given here. You have three definitions here, so please learn any one at least for the definition. Okay, you might get this question for your exam. Next topic that we have is the purpose of training or need for training. So we already know what is the purpose of training. It is nothing but, if you get a question like purpose of training, explain the purpose of training, or a need of training, both the same only. Okay, so let's go into the topic now. See, the purpose of training can be explained as follows. The first one, improved quality of work. It means what? Improved quality of work means the quality of the work. Why do you need the training? See, for example, I already explained to you everything. I think you will understand this. So you need to improve your quality of work, isn't it? When you're doing some work, it should be in a perfect way. It should be better, isn't it? For that reason, the training is given. For that, what we must do? We must do the work in a improved way. Yes. So that is the first point. The training helps to focus on specific area and develop the employee skills. It enables employee to increase the quality of work carried out by him. So it helps them to increase their capability. It increases their efficiency, and they'll be able to do their work in an effective way. That is the first one. Okay. The second one. Let's go on to the second now. Enhance the employee growth. What is enhance the employee growth? The employees who undergo training becomes good at their jobs, and imparting new skills helps in performance and enhancement of the employees. So what is enhance employee growth? It helps them to increase the growth in the employees. Okay, the second point is nothing but the employees who undergo training, the employees who are going to take training, they become very good in their job, because they just try to impart new techniques which are taught in the training section, and they'll be able to do their work in a better performance. Okay, that is the second point. Third point, prevention of obsolescence. What is prevention of obsolescence? It means training helps to learn more knowledge regarding the latest technologies and techniques. The employee gets updated with the latest technology and trend. The major purpose of training is to avoid obsolescence. It means what? See, for example, you're getting a job in an IT company. Okay, so there you'll be asked to work with technical tools, isn't it? So you will get software tools, you will get technical tools, and so on. So here what happens is, so when you are given that tool, you don't know like how you how you must handle that particular tool. Okay, so that is the new software. So how you will know everything? They will teach you through training, isn't it? So you can't go sit and when you're doing the job, you can't say no, I don't know this particular software. So you can't say that. For that reason only training is given. So in order to avoid obsolescence means, in order to say that you don't know about the tool or you don't know anything about it, in order to avoid that particular situation only, and the prevention of obsolescence is done. Okay, during the training. See the fourth point, enlightening the new recruits. What is enlightening the new recruits? It actually helps the new people, the new staffs. It means the freshers to the job. It actually gives knowledge to them. Yes, new employees can learn the methods of working, techniques, reporting, related tools and equipments used in the job, the work culture of the company, etc., with the help of the training. So they're able to learn new methods of like how to do the work, and what are the new techniques that they adopt, then reporting, then what are the tools and equipments which they use in the work atmosphere, that everything is taught to them for the fresher, isn't it? So it will be a very blissful one, isn't it? Because when you get a new job, and if you don't know anything, and when you get a proper training for it, so for sure you will be very comfortable with your workplaces. Yes. So that is what. So the work culture of the company, etc., with the help of the training. So that is what you're enlightening new recruits. So it will actually help the new recruitment people. Okay. Improved safety measures. So what safety measures is improved here? Let's see. Employees gain awareness about the risk involved in job, and safety measures to be adopted through a proper training program. This helps to improve the safety in the workplace and avoid accidents. So here what happens is, so when you're able to understand when your proper training is given, like how you can use a tool or how you can use a software, so what happens actually, it will actually avoid accidents, isn't it? So you will not do the wrong way, like how you must start a system, or like how you must operate any kind of any kind of product. When you want to just operate a machine, you will be able to know like how you should operate a machine, isn't it? So that training is given here. So because of that, like how safely they must start a machine, how safely they can do it, that everything is sought through training. So it is actually, it improves the safety measures for the employees who are going to join new. Okay, see, the motivating employees, it actually motivates employees, because see, I already told you, first case, second case, third case I told you, isn't it? In the third case, what did we see? Employee who has already got some experience, but he is new to the current job. Yes, so what happens here actually? So he doesn't know the job anything, but he has some experience in some other work, but he don't know exactly what work he is going to do here. Yes, so when a training is given to him, what happens is he becomes more better, he just gains his confidence more. Okay, so this actually motivates employee, yes or not? So that is what I see. An employee needs continuous development to move along the career path as per the career planning. So the training motivates and instills organizational commitment. It actually motivates the commitment among the employee, and they are able to just go in a forward way. That is, the growth is possible for them if a proper training is given, and they will even gain their confidence, and they'll be able to do their work in a proper way. Okay, see the next point: higher productivity and profit. What is higher productivity? Higher productivity is nothing but giving more production, isn't it? And profit, and more profit. When you earn more profit, and when you just do more production, and when you earn more profit, what happens? Let's see. Efficient training improves higher productivity and more profits. As a trained employee can apply more skills and techniques at works, it helps them to do the work at fast rate and complete it with a high perfection. So here what happens? So when a proper training is given, when a person, even if he is a fresher, when he is placed to the job, what he will know? He will come to know like how he must tackle the work, how he must do the job and everything, and process will be very clear to him. So here what happens? The productivity will be increased very highly, isn't it? It will go more, and more profit is also earned. As a trained employee, even they can apply more skills and even techniques. So during the work, they are able to even apply their more skills, and even their techniques are applied. And this actually what happens? It helps them to do work at faster rate. So this helps them actually do their work in a very faster manner, and even they are able to complete it with a very good perfection. So this gives a result to a higher productivity and a profit. Okay, so next point is cost reduction. What is actually cost reduction? Trained employees can utilize the resources in an efficient manner. So when resource is given to them, and proper training is given to them, what will you do? You will do the work in a very effective way. Yes, yeah. So that is what. So see, there is no possibility of wastages of resources, and all facilities are used at an optimum level. Of course, when you are not wasting any resource, your maximum resources are utilized at a maximum rate, and this will lead to a cost reduction. And so what happens automatically when you utilize the work at a maximum output, when you're trying to give a maximum output, your cost is getting reduced here, and where your production will be maximized. Okay, see the next point, that is ninth point, reduce supervision. When a proper training is given, would you not do your work on yourself, isn't it? So you'll know what is your responsibility, like how you must do the job and everything. So without a supervision, without a person supervising you, you'll be able to do your work. Yes, because you'll not have any doubts, like how you must do, the techniques are explained to you, so it will be easy for you to do your work. Yes, that is what. So reduce supervision means your supervision is actually reduced. See, trained employees need minimum supervision as they are educated about various aspects of job in detail at the training programs. So they doesn't require that much of supervision. Next one, better adaptability. What is better adaptability? It means employees are able to adapt themselves to new technologies. Yeah, they're able to actually they're able to just adapt to the new technologies, and what happens is, and even the new methods of work with which constantly undergoes changes. So when a new employee is given training at the initial stage, even though if that software is a new software to that particular process, he will slowly learn the process, and he will be able to adapt to that particular software. Yes, so he will be able to do the work in a very easy way, because he is a fresher, and for the first time when he entered the job, he is given the new software. So here it will be very easy for him to adapt. Adapt means getting adapted to the particular software or a particular surrounding. Okay, that is according to that he is able to change. Okay, so the technologies and new method of work, everything has become it actually helps them to do the work in a better way for the employees when they get trained. Okay, see the next one. So this topic gets over here, and the next topic that we have is the steps in designing the training program. What are the steps that we have in designing the training program? Let's see. Training is one of the planned activities to transfer or modify the knowledge, skills and attitude. Every training program must address certain vital issues listed below. So when actually training is what? Training, do you think just like that when you get a job you get a training? No. So much of process is there in order to give you training. Okay, they will make a big plan for it. It is not so easy and all as you think. It is actually a very big process where they will plan for the training schedule. Okay, so once you get a job, so when you get your offer letter, immediately what they tell you, actually what they will say is, they will say that the first week or the first month will be like an orientation program. First week will be a orientation program, and next when you just go to your place of work where you are going to work, at that place only they will help you for the training. This orientation is nothing but like just like a fresh start. Okay, so they'll give games and all, they'll teach you like some few of the English grammars they will teach, and about the company they will teach, and so many tests will be conducted. So that is what they will do in the orientation program. Okay, it will be fun only, but though that is also a part of training, of course, in order to give a positive vibrate for the for the new candidates. For that only they get this training schedule. Okay, see, training is one of the planned activities to transfer or modify knowledge, skills and attitudes. Every training program must address certain vital issues listed below. So in every training program we have so many steps actually. Okay, so let's go on with the steps now. Steps in designing a training program. See, whom to train, who is the trainee, who is the trainer, and that all should be identified at the first stage. Next stage, where to conduct the training program, what should be the level of training, what method will be used for training. So all these are like the steps that we have it for the steps in training process. Okay, see, whom to train. Whom to train means to whom we will train. Yes, for example, training can be at a different level. Already I told you, it's very simple only. Reasonable logical thinking, that's all. Like how, for example, you are already working in a company. Okay, a new software has come. What will you do at that time? The employee will not know about that new software. Yes, For that a training can be given, isn't it? A training can be scheduled, of course. So you are an existing employee of that company, though a training is scheduled for you. That case also a training will be given. And in other cases, like how training can be given, maybe some instructions can be given, like how to do the work and all. For example, if you are a supervisor, you will get trained like how you need to supervise your subordinates. So for that also training can be given. It is not that only for a new fresher a training is given. Even for the existing employees also training are given at a different various levels, where they want to improve the potential of the employee. See, training department has to determine the candidates for whom the training should be imparted. In other words, it should identify whether it is needed for operational level employees or supervisory level employees or executive level. Executive level is nothing but the top level employees, okay? Maybe the high level people like managing director, okay? So those are the people who are top level employees are called as the executive level. Supervisory level means it is nothing but the supervisors. I already told you, no? This executive level, even managers, head of the departments, regional officers, everyone will come under this category. The supervisor level only, this second level, that is like the team leaders, supervisors, they all come under this category, okay? So operation level is nothing but the subordinates, the real workers who are going to do the work. Subordinates, the real candidates, the real employees who are going to do the work, okay? So these people will give instructions. Few people who are going to give only the instruction, they are executive level, they make the rules and regulation, okay? Supervisory level, they will give you, they will set a target for you and they will watch you, they will just monitor your work and activities and they will help you through the work. That is supervisory level. The third level is nothing but operational level. Already a task is fixed for you, a goal is fixed for you, so you must run towards your goal, okay? So that is the operational level. So you are going to do your work from the beginning. So the employees are there who are going to do the work from the beginning, okay? See, who is the trainee? Trainee means, who is the trainee? The person who is getting the job is called as a trainee, isn't it? So for example, you get a job and you are the candidate, you are getting selected to a company, then a schedule is made for you to give training. So there you are a trainee. Yes, a person who is learning and practicing the skills of particular job is called trainee. Yes, you understood? So trainee should be selected on the basis of self-interest and recommendation by the supervisor or by the human resource department itself. So why this point actually? This is really why means, in case few candidates will be there, few employees will be there who are not doing their work effectively, no, for them also the training will get rescheduled, okay? So that is this point actually, okay? So at that case what happens is the supervisor will recommend them for a training, or even the HR department also will recommend for a training for these kind of employees. That is what this is. Who are trainers? Trainers means the person who trains you. Yes, when you join a company, there a particular department will be there. Under the HR department itself, you will have a few resources who are going to train you, okay? So they are the trainers actually. See, trainer is the person who teaches skills to employee and prepare them for job activity. See, at school, we are there for you to teach you. Teachers are there, yes? Like same way at office, and during you're going to join an organization, there you have trainers to teach the trainees. Trainees is nothing but the candidates, okay, the employees. So there you have trainer and trainee. Trainers are nothing but the coaches, okay, the person who teaches you, and the trainees are nothing but the employees, okay. See, trainer is a person who teaches skills to employee and prepare them for a job activity. Trainers may be supervisors, co-workers, HR staffs, specialists in the other parts of the company, outside consultants and industry associations, and then faculty members of education institutions like university, etc. The trainers is otherwise called as the instructor, coach, teacher, mentor, advisor, counselor, guide, guru, manager, then handle, tutor and educators, etc. Okay, so these are called as the trainers. So the next point that we have is what method will be used for training. So what kind of method you are going to adopt? Yes, So that is one of the big question, isn't it? So what method you are going to follow for this, for training? Yes, so that is already fixed and it is already planned by the department. See, training segment should decide the appropriate method of training among the various methods of trainings available. Actually, you can't say training is only one way that they have. Yes, so different methods will be there for training. So based on the methods of training, okay, see, for example, how I can say a person who's a pilot cannot be trained like the same way like how an engineer is going to get trained. Yes or not? For example, pilot, how you should get trained? He must actually he needs to drive the aircraft, isn't it? So he cannot get trained like how engineer is going to do the work from one place. It is not correct training, isn't it? So they will have different kinds of training method, like how based on their work, based on the platform, what kind of job they are going to do, and based on that different kind of training is there. You have vestibule training, you have within like how to say you have so many types of training. Actually, classroom training is there, vestibule training is there, okay. So many different kinds of training are there, and even computerized training is there. So many trainings are there, okay. So that everything we will teach you, I will teach you through this lesson, okay. So maybe by today or this session or by the next session I will teach you like the different types of training and all, okay. See this point, what should be the level of training. So what should be the level of training, like how the training should be given to them. Training department should decide the level of training to be imparted to the employees, how they must give the training and how effective it should be. That is actually decided by the training department only. Usually introductory training is given to new recruit to sensitize item to various aspects of the work. What is this actually? This is nothing but, I already thought, when you just get a job, I told you will get a 1 week orientation program. Yes, that is nothing but this only. That is introductory training. It means just to give an introduction about the organization, like how the process is going on and how everything takes place over there, in order to learn about those things. So this training is actually given. Middle level employees are given skill development training. What is this? Skill development is nothing but in order to develop their skill. Maybe few employee will be very much active in using a system and all. Few employee may not know like how to handle system, isn't it? For that case, they will teach them like how to use a system and all, and how to use a software tool. For that reason, training will be given. Okay, see. So training will be given. Middle level employees are given skill development training, and while the higher level training is given for enhancing the functional efficiency of executives. So for higher level, what do? They actually give the training for improving the functional efficiency. So for example, if they are a manager, so how effectively they can do their work, how effectively they can fix a target, like how we must behave with the supervisors and all. So that is what is taught in this higher level training. Okay, see where to conduct the training program, where they should conduct actually the training program. The venue of training and the duration of training should be fixed based on the availability of other related factors. So venue of training is nothing but the place where the training has to happen, that, and the duration of training, like how much duration the training should be, that both should be fixed actually based on the availability of other related factor. It means it is actually fixed. See, when you just fix the date and the time, is that enough? You must know who is going to train, who is the resource, isn't it? That everything is required, a classroom is required, or whatever the training tool that is required, that everything is required for them. Yes, so that should also be arranged, and then only like where the training program should be conducted will be fixed. Okay, see training methods. So now we are going to see like what are the different training methods. Students, it will be very interesting. So just listen to this concept. This is one of the most important topic that you have in this lesson. Okay, the first one is Students, actually this training method is the repeated questions in your board exam. This topic I will take in the next class, because if I just start this, it will take a long time to complete this topic. Okay, so I'll just stop still here for this lesson. Students, please read the lesson line by line. Okay, so if you have any doubts, please write down the doubts, and you just ask me the question during the live sessions. I'll be very happy and glad to explain the questions. Okay, so take care, students. Okay, so prepare well for your exams. All the very best. Thank you, students.